welcome to Cedar Hill Country Market. And today I'm going to be doing some decoupaging. I have a little birdhouse here and I've painted it white and I've stained the roof and the little opening where the bird goes in and out. There's no perch on this one. Perches aren't really necessary. They're desired by humans to watch a bird stop before it goes in. So you know what kind of bird is nesting, but anyway, I'm going to decoupage this with these really beautiful napkins. And I got these at Home Goods. And they're a 3-ply napkin, but they seem to come apart really easy. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to paint, and then I'm going to use the iron-on so I don't get wrinkles on here. And there's 100 ways to do decoupage. I do different methods for different items, but I try to stick with what works on certain items, and that's what I'm going to use on this one. And this is a home decor piece. You wouldn't put this outside. It's something that would blend in with your home decor. And I put these on our website and they usually go really quickly. They're unique. They're one-of-a-kind items. I don't make 10 of the same one. So once I have the one, I put it on my website and they're sold there. I'll put the link in the description for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a pretty good layer of Mod Podge on here. I'm going to let it completely dry, and then I'm going to iron on the napkin. And then we will seal this with a matte poly finish in the end before it's sold. And I will use a UV protective version, only because if this sat near a window or it sat near, I wouldn't want the flowers to fade out. So just trying to treat it as gently as possible so that the customer has a very long life of the product they're buying. And certainly if they didn't like this particular napkin after a while, you could sand it off and just reapply if you wanted to. Okay, so I'm just going to use the bottle of just the matte. You don't need glossy for this. And we're gonna go ahead and get a good coat on the back here. I always start on the back or the bottoms of things just because it's easier. And I'm doing a pretty good coat, if that helps. Just making sure that's thick enough. And you can use a craft iron to get this on. I have all different size irons. I have the little tiny ones and the big ones. But I'm just gonna make sure it's a really good thick coat. I'm gonna let this dry. Get tacky at least. If I tried to do this, you know, wet, it would tear if I wasn't super careful. And yeah, so I'm gonna just let this dry and put my lid on just in case this gets spoiled, and we'll come back when this is ready to go. I've got the Mod Podge finished. I'm gonna line up the design, and you want to try to work with the direction of the pattern just like if you were sewing. You want to make sure that everything is lined up and it's coming to the edge over there. I'm going to use a little crafting iron and turn this down a little bit. And just going to move it along this way. Just heat up that glue, and you're going to want to work in single directions so you don't get a lot of wrinkles. which is the point of this whole thing. And you don't want to stop in one place because it will burn. And birdhouses are pretty easy to work on with this stuff. I've torn it a little bit there, but I can always fix that. And you don't want to slide it too much because, you know, it'll tear the napkin. But I think it's on there pretty good. Any little mess ups should come off. You can also protect it with another piece of napkin if you wanted to. Making sure if you felt like you needed to push some of them out, you could do it with another napkin. Just beware that if your glue comes through, it does this. Just a little bit. It's all right. Can't really see it. All right, so the next thing you can do, you can use one of these water pens. I got this one off scrapbooking.com. Or you can use the edge of a 220 sandpaper, and you can just knock off your edges this way. And you're going to want to go in a downward position so that you don't mess up the design. And we're going to go this way. See that? And I am going to be doing some stamping and distressing, so please don't worry about any defects going on here. It'll be fine. And then we're going to keep it the same direction. It's the pattern. And you've got these roof angles right here. We're going to just go with the angle. If you can match your pattern over here, you know, do that. But if you spend a lot of time fidgeting with something, it's just a lot of time involved in matching. So I usually don't spend a lot of time doing that. So I'm gonna try to just get the best vantage point of this. And when you have the roof line and you need to tear it, you can always use this water pencil once it's stuck down. If you try to do it now, you're gonna rip it, and it's not gonna turn out. You can also use a piece of Teflon paper, and this will help. Because this is designed not to burn or stick or anything. You can always use one of these initially to get it down. And all that's doing really is just heating up that glue. See how it just slid off? It's not going to stick to it. And to get this edge off, we're gonna make sure this has got water coming down in it. Test it on my hand. And we're gonna just paint with the water on this napkin. It's gonna dissolve the napkin up under the roof line. And you can typically start here and just, you know, tear it. You don't want any straight edges with decoupaging. You really want it to look like, you know, it's been there forever. Whoops. I'm gonna get the edging up there. I'll come back with the sandpaper. You can use a fingernail file as well. Whatever you decide works best for you. And this one, because you've got the pattern down here, you're just going to want to be really gentle with removing it. Because you don't want to press so hard that you're removing the other one we just did. Like this. But we can touch it up. Looks great. And I'm going to get a little Mod Podge. And I'm going to touch up right in those areas where I think the Mod Podge didn't. You don't want to bend real hard or anything like that. You're going to damage it. And then we will and this isn't enough to save. We're going to go around it the other way. I'm going to go this way. And then we'll get another napkin. And these are, again, I have 3-ply, and it looks like they're coming apart pretty easily. Yeah, see that? So you're going to want to stay with the direction of the pattern. Yeah, this Teflon paper's working pretty good, so let's get it down. Okay. So we're going to use our water pen. Make sure we got good water coming out. Just going to get up underneath this. Sorry you can't see it. I'm going to get up under here. and just paint to where you see the water. Sometimes you can get a ruler or a straight edge, and you can, you know, make that a little bit cleaner. You just don't want anything straight edged because you don't want to look like it's manufactured, for sure. All right, I'm gonna turn this around. Use my 220. Okay, I have the sides and the back and the bottom. Truly looks like it's been hand painted. It doesn't look like it's wallpaper, sticky, or anything. And now we have the front. This is going to be the most difficult, I think. So what I like to do is find a piece. You want it in the same direction. And what we want to do is we want to take some scissors and we want to cut a hole. We're gonna cut a hole. And I like to cut little slits. I'm going to take our Teflon paper. We're gonna get the bottom to stick so that it's not in our way. Oops, whoops, that's hot. Gonna go around the edges. Take this off. It's pretty well stuck on there, and we're gonna start painting, and hopefully you can see the water. The water being painted on here. That's gonna weaken the napkin, and we're gonna be able to tear it. And then you can use an X-Acto knife if you want to. I really like to just do the work and use my nail so that I don't cut off too much. And try to get that down in there. And then I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to push this back, my fingers. That looks really good. Okay, so then we're going to turn this off. Work along these edges. Whoops. I got this birdhouse at Hobby Lobby on the, I think the 50% off sale. Pretty sure. Really looks hand painted. The texture of this napkin is really making it look like it's a textured paint, or don't know if you can see that, but really looks neat. Anyway, cute little birdhouse. Now you could put a piece here. I'm probably going to leave this plain because this is going to get lots of, I think, movement. Because I think you could actually, there's a little clip. You could put this out on a porch for a bird, but a covered porch, but I wouldn't have it out in the weather or direct sunlight, anything like that. You could certainly decorate with it. Beautiful little birdhouse. Anyway, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll tune in next time and find out what I'm working on. I've got such a demand for birdhouses that I've got to get more in my website. I'll put this upside down. It's just, I've got people emailing me, asking for them. And my husband is a disabled veteran, and he builds birdhouses as well. So I do the home decor versions, and he does the ones that are out in the weather. So if you want to see more birdhouses, you can check out our website at cedarhillcountrymarket.com. Everybody have a blessed day, and find somebody to bless.